Hi everyone, welcome to episode 121 of the Army ThinkTank podcast. I am Jan.
Jess.
And we're back.
We are back.
We are back from our 1 week off. How are we doing this week?
We're doing pretty good. Lots of things going on behind the scenes, but good nonetheless.
Yeah, for sure. We gotta take it one day at a time, first and foremost.
Yeah.
Happy 4th to our American viewers. Just gotta say it.
Yeah. Happy Canada Day.
Yeah, also to our fellow Canadians.
Canadians out there, happy Canada Day.
I would also like to tell my neighbors to stop shooting fireworks for 5 days in a row and freaking out my pets. Thank you very much. But otherwise, I hope you had a good long weekend / vacation / whatever you did.
Yeah. Whatever you're doing, I hope you had a good time.
I hope you had a good time. So, by the way, if you didn't see Jess's Canada Day BTS memes, you missed out.
They were fire. They were fire.
I just had to mention that because they were really fire.
They were fire. You're welcome for all the Canadian content. I'm still praying every day they come here when they come back together. So hopefully
feel that if they do, I'm hoping that by then I have my green card.
Yeah.
And then I can actually go back home.
Yeah.
To see them in my country.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I want. World tour includes Canada, just so you know.
By the way.
Artists out there, just so you know.
But also, I'm so sorry, Europe peeps. You guys also deserve better.
Exactly. Yeah. Canadian and Europe armies, we band together in a common goal.
Why are you boofing? But
so
we got some stuff this time.
We got some stuff. So actually, we're gonna do a little switcheroo this time. We are gonna talk about TXT first because oh my lord, oh my god,
please, oh my Moa.
Oh my Moa? Are all my Moas freaking out right now? Okay, so the first thing I'd like to talk about is just like BTS, we are getting a TXT documentary about their tour in the US and all of the other countries that they did on their world tour. It's called Our Lost Summer, which, first of all, Our Summer is one of my favorite TXT songs.
Just like Bulletproof is BTS's thing.
Yeah.
Our Summer, or like the concept of summer
is
TXT's concept.
100%. 100,000%. I am so excited to watch this documentary. I know I'm gonna watch it probably with Cad and Lenny, because we always watch our documentaries together.
Hell yeah.
So this will just be one more documentary, and I'm sure it'll be very like similar style to what we've already seen from Hybe's documentaries, which I love because they're really
always so well made.
So well made. They're so in depth. We're gonna see a lot of behind the scenes. I cannot wait. I'm chomping at the bit, Disney. I need it right now. I need it right now.
Apparently.
Yes. So the other exciting news. So they are doing a song called Do It Like That.
I'm so excited.
A very special featured artist. And I know that we have talked about our past artists before. They're doing a collab with the Jonas Brothers, which, first of all, that was not on my bingo card for 2023.
Me neither.
At all. Like,
this is literally like our childhood colliding with our present self.
Yeah, it's like combined together in like this weird mashup that I did not see coming.
Oh my, did you see the Jonas Brothers concept photos?
Yes, I love it. I love it. They are like totally embracing the like K-pop way that we do things. If there's photo cards, I'm gonna lose my effing mind.
This is
to lose my mind. I'm telling you right now, I will just...
This is not gonna... My brain's not gonna function.
No, not one.
No. Just not.
So you'll get a very special reaction this week from us for that music video, because I did the teaser drop today, and it's looking real good. So I'm excited.
I looped that shit so many times.
It's the song of summer. Like it just sounds like summer.
Literally, when it came out, I texted Jess and I said, I'm sorry, but Subin in the first clip got me and then shaking eyes emoji.
Yeah.
And then, but also all of them like screaming emoji.
All the like hair changes. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Also, this is a new hair color for Yeonjun.
It is. This like Yoongi orange color. I'm gonna coin it.
Yeah, it's pretty similar.
It's pretty similar. We also, Subin has an Instagram now, and he's been posting quite a bit on there. He's so cute.
I am rabid for that Instagram page.
So cute.
You guys don't understand.
Him and Odie together is the cutest thing ever.
I mean, you probably saw my story.
I definitely did. It's just great. So
I love them so much.
We're excited. I think also too, like for TXT, I think they're having a fall comeback. Like it's probably coming up very quickly here. Since Temptation has sort of finished its last like cycle.
With TXT, a lot of the time, like we know that the comebacks are coming, but also we're just kind of like screaming because I feel like we don't get as much of a warning as we do with BTS.
No. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. Although lately with all of their solo stuff, we definitely have not gotten enough warning for me to process anything. It's just been chaos.
And then from Yoongi, we kind of used to it though, because he did that with D too.
I'm used to it, but like Jack
for the rest of that,
Indigo, Face, and we'll talk about the other thing that's coming. But like, I was like, what am I? I'm along for the ride at this point.
Because like Jungkook with D2, he just posted a couple photos with like a countdown, and then he was done. And then this time he was just like, oh, by the way, I'm going on tour.
Surprise!
Wink face, and then he dropped the album, and we're like, well, it kind of makes sense that time. But the tour was a surprise.
The tour was a surprise. Yes.
So it's rough.
It's rough out here, y'all. So speaking of BTS, let's start off with Namjoon, our ever so fearless leader. He has been posting a lot on Instagram. My heart almost stopped at the one that he posted recently because of the haircutting photo. I was like, if I get a notice that says, hello, this is Big Hit, I'm gonna jump out a window. Like, I can't deal with this right now. I just can't.
Yeah, no.
I can't.
Give us a moment, please.
Give me a moment. Like, I know that he is likely the next to go.
Yeah.
But I don't want to see it.
Well, also, we might get, as much as it hurts me so bad, we might get a Yoongi announcement too soon. Yes. Since he's basically wrapped up with the tour and everything else. So it'll either be Junie or Yoongi that goes next.
Yeah.
So,
but he did have a couple of things this week. Obviously, we talked about the posting on Instagram. He also did a interview with Colde, which he has done a bunch of collabs on, and all of them have been amazing. Honestly, just go and stream my Indigo playlist. Yeah,
true.
Like, you'll understand.
It's a fire duo.
It's a fire duo, and I really like this. Like, Namjoon with his interviews, he is so introspective. He is so constantly trying to figure out emotions and bring this like beautiful emotional maturity to things. Yeah. And when he was talking about like love, I almost lost my mind. I was like, you gotta be out of here, boy. Like, you can't.
It's just so also on a random note, but also not that random, how in interviews and stuff like that, you got Kim Namjoon and then you got sparks of Junie coming in and out here and there, and it's so cute that I'm just like, how can you be one person?
I don't know. I also love, like, their friendship has been over like 7 years now, which is absolutely crazy, and they've done so many like collabs over the past like couple of years. We have seen them grow. What a cutie. We have seen them grow like so much over the past couple of years as artists, as people, and I think that Junie really just, oh god, he's just so eloquent when it comes to speaking about stuff. Like, the question that was asked was, what is it that keeps us singing about love and being in love? And Junie's response is just like, It's so beautiful. What drives us to love is simply because it's in us. In fact, the term sarang and saram and live and love just have one different in spelling, in Korean anyway. And I'm like,
they've kept referencing that so many times, and I will never tire of that.
no, not at all.
It's so beautiful.
It's so beautiful. The fact that they can just like reach us, and it's so easy, and he was even talking about it in the interview. It's so easy to default to hate and not understanding somebody because it's too hard, and love is not an easy thing to like share with somebody or like to do with somebody.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's so open to that is like a testament to his like character and his like honestly like just like force of living. Like he like propels his soul through the universe in just such a beautiful way. And you can just see it like with every music video, with like all of his songs, like Trivia Love, top tier Namjoon song. Top tier.
If Persona wasn't like slightly above it for me, it would be Trivia Love for me.
It's so good.
It's so like lyrically beautiful. The rhythm is amazing, and the message is so simple but so important.
Yeah, I live so I love. Come on,
my love.
I love you, Junie. Yeah, I will leave the link to that interview below so you can watch it in full. It does have English subtitles, Korean subtitles, all that kind of stuff, so you can watch it, enjoy it, and just like enjoy the presence of Kim Namjoon. Honestly.
Oh god.
All right. Yoongi time. Okay, so
I mean, seems like we're getting towards the end-ish of the D-Day tour.
So here's what happened. I watched both days on Sunday. It was honestly very lovely. Having his members be there, like Jungkook and
that took me
Jimin
out.
and V.
Just a Yoongi.
It was so sweet, and I'm so glad that they were there for the Life Goes On song, specifically just to hear the OC7 fan chant. Like they were statues. Like I watched videos from like behind, and they were just like still the whole
from behind
time.
To then people that were lucky to be around them.
Yeah,
and they were they were just like not moving. They were so astonished.
Yeah,
it was like
entrancing.
It's just like in my heart and in my mind, it's like, why would you be surprised?
Why would you be surprised? Like, of course, we love all of you and we want you to come back to us. And so why wouldn't we want to constantly be saying?
And I mean, it also meant so much to Yoongi, even for the shows that the members weren't there. It's just like, it just meant so much to him because it's his version of Life Goes On. And so it's just like, it's still kind of a look back and like a dedication to his members. Yeah. So it makes sense, you know?
Yeah, and he was going hard that night, bro. Like, he was going hard.
He's like, I gotta prove to my little brothers.
My boys are here. I gotta show up. And like, honestly, both Days and Seoul were absolutely crazy. Like,
listen, the Psy appearance, excuse me, on Saturday.
I almost lost my mind. I like, Lisa and I were watching together because she was streaming it for me because we decided to share. Yeah. And we were both just like losing our minds.
I was also like, someone was streaming it for me in one of our Discords. And sadly I couldn't see like the full thing on Sunday, and I couldn't watch the replays because I mean it just fell in the weekend that my mail was in town. Yeah, fair. But I know that I will have the opportunity to watch them again in the future, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah. But when Psy came on, I was like, one, I kind of felt that it was gonna happen. Yeah. And two, I was like, what, like 6 a.m. by the time it got to that for me. So I was just like,
I like could not believe it. Part of me was like, hell yeah, this was gonna happen. Mm-hmm. But the other part of me was like, oh my god, Psy's on stage. It was both of those things. Now, Sunday's show at the end, this troll, I swear to God, he was like, the whole 2 days, he's like, this is gonna be the last couple of days. Like, I'm really thankful we all got to be here. And then this bro goes and it's like, oh, by the way, here are 3 more days. Okay.
I'm not surprised. So how many times in interviews was he like, I wanted to do like at least twice as many shows?
Yeah. So he has so for you guys who are going to Seoul, it's in August. We're probably gonna get some live streaming stuff like they did with the other 2 shows, which is great. I love it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna be like 1 day or 3.
We might get IU this time.
Okay, I was clowning the whole time. I'm like, she's gonna pop up. Woosung's gonna be here. IU's gonna be here. No.
Maybe this time though. Maybe this time.
Maybe this time I don't need to be a clown. Yoongi.
We'll be clowning and J-Hope's gonna show up. I wish. He'll take a day off just to go perform.
I would love that. Honestly, I would love that. So including like all of the tours, we are getting like behind the scenes vlogs. So we got Chicago,
Jakarta, and then the Max vlog, which
it's a minute and a half. I'm like, this is not a vlog.
I love these 2 because I've told you in the past that I've met Max before.
Yeah.
He is the sweetest human being. Like what you see on stage and what you see in like his behind the scenes stuff, what he posts and how he interacts is how he is.
Yeah, it makes sense.
He is the most genuine and sweet person that I was able to meet at a concert or whatever. I love them. I
love Max. I've been watching him since he was doing collabs with Kurt on YouTube. Like I've been watching him since the beginning of his career, and it's just so amazing to me to see such true genuine artists get together, do an incredible song, and then come on stage. A lot of
artists that started on YouTube are a bit like that, because Troye Sivan is the same.
Yes, he is.
So I was just like, I guess I was following the right people, you know?
Yeah, no, it's true. So yeah, we got a bunch of vlogs. The Chicago one, I don't think we're gonna get an LA one because I think that one might be like a DVD or something, or like a documentary, or like behind the scenes.
I have a hair stuck on my tongue. I don't know if it's mine or the cat.
Probably cat. But I don't think, because I think he would have they would have posted it after Chicago because LA was the next stop.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're gonna get an LA one because that footage will probably be used for like an actual.
Or it's so massive that they're still working on it.
I don't know. We also got Swishita this weekend. So the person who is being interviewed is a person that the ARMY fandom knows very well, for the wrong reasons, mind you. If you didn't watch it, that's fine. You can have your feelings about it. I will say this, like, we are not in the position to forgive things that have happened to BTS because that's up to them to have forgiveness. It's the same way that I felt when James Corden did that thing to us, ARMY, and Junie went on there and said, you know, like, I appreciate your apology, but he didn't accept it because it wasn't his to accept. It's ours to accept. And I feel the same way here. Like, we can feel however we want about this person, and your feelings are totally valid because I understand that video is honestly like one of the worst things I've seen. It's very bad. And to a child at the time, like, Jungkook was a very, like, he was like very young at the time, and so a grown man to be yelling at a literal child is unacceptable, honestly. But again, it's not our place to forgive this person because it didn't happen to us, it happened to Jungkook, and they've already done interviews together, and it seems like they are totally like fine with each other. So the interview is obviously like, Yoongi does an amazing job every single time he does an interview because he's well researched, he asks really insightful questions. All of them are great. I will say the one part that like broke my heart was when he was talking about the Mott's tour being canceled, and he was like with his parents and just slept between them. as he cried himself to sleep.
My baby.
But you know, it really like shows how much they are willing to share all of these personal things with us. You know, like they feel safe to share with us these emotional things, because there's probably somebody who can absolutely relate to that. Yeah. But it's a really good interview. Like, even if you don't like the person, I still suggest you watch it. And
yeah, it still has like some very insightful topics. And
yeah, as always, like he's always so insightful, and we shouldn't judge where they're at right now, even though they did something terrible in the past. Because like I said, it's not our place to
if they're learning from their mistake and at least attempting to change,
yeah,
that's growth in a person, in
for
my
sure.
opinion.
Yeah.
So,
and they also like, they're in the entertainment industry, and unfortunately they have to sort of play nice with a lot of people that they probably don't want to at the end of the day, but in order to like keep up the appearance and the like, you know, normalcy that the industry has, they kind of have to just suck it up and move on, basically.
That'll be the same way in like any region in the entertainment industry, sadly.
For sure. And I think you can like forgive somebody for their past actions. That does not mean that you like forget what those things they've done, you know, and clock them if that happens again, right? Like sadly, something you gotta tell yourself to suck it up. It absolutely sucks. Sorry, I'm looking for the list. Okay, there it is. Tay was posting on Instagram and went live for like a solid 6 minutes in a car.
My guy with the freaking espresso martini. The dude, I don't think he likes coffee.
He doesn't. He's like the one member who like does not like coffee. And I'm like, you got an espresso martini? Okay.
I was talking about it with other armies, and they were like, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's the only one that doesn't like coffee.
He's like, I don't like coffee.
Give me an espresso martini, please.
I would like espresso. I mean, he's in Paris. He might as well just like suck it up, you know what I'm saying? I don't actually know if he's in Paris. I can't remember which city he's in, but I think it's Paris.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
He was at a Celine event, so we're probably gonna see like behind the scenes stuff. Again, I
excited because he looks so good.
Looks so good. The blonde hair is chef kisses. I will say this one more time because I'm like genuinely tired of saying it, but please do not follow them around and take pictures while they're not on, like when they're on their downtime. Please, for the love of God, leave them alone. They are not there for you. They are there like as
we're already saying it like a lot pre-chapter 2, but I feel like we've been just like a broken record.
Yeah, I'm exacerbated.
Since chapter 2 started.
Yeah, like
chapter
T. Like, don't go to the airport. Don't follow them around. Don't take pictures while they're eating. Like, no, just leave them alone. It's weird. It's really effing weird. It's weird.
Don't
stop it.
But yeah, that's life. It's a classic Tay life.
Like, he's not even saying that much. Like, I rewatched it back, and I'm like, boy, you did not say anything. Basically,
but, like, this is one of his longer one though.
6 minutes. It's pretty long.
Almost 7. I'm just saying.
It's almost 7 minutes. That's a pretty long life for Tay, to be perfectly frank with you. So, our last member, Jungkook, decided out of nowhere. It probably wasn't out of nowhere, but for armies, it was out of nowhere. He's coming out with a new single
called 7,
which he decided to discuss on a live. This man.
Probably without like staff approval, as he usually does.
Absolutely not. It like got announced and then he went live. That's like the steps that's taken. So the song is called 7. It's going to be out on the 14th, so next week. So you'll get another
but also 7, 7, and 7, 7, 14.
It's genius, honestly.
But yeah, next week that's the reaction you're gonna get on Sunday.
Yes, so you're gonna get like 2 reactions in a row here. So
yeah, this week is TXT and next week will be JK.
It's crazy. So JK decided to go on the live to talk about the single. I know like everybody was wishing for an album, but I just like he wants to just release a single, so be excited. Okay?
Also, go stream his singles that were just added to Spotify.
Yes. Still With You and My You. How did I called that like a week ago?
I mean, it also makes sense because they've been doing that for the other members.
100%.
As their stuff is coming out.
Yeah, like with like Hobie, Junie, and Yoongi, they were like their stuff was pretty much already on Spotify, minus like Augusty, like the first album, and but like nothing of Junie's was extra.
But then Jin, we got Super Tuna.
Yeah, like Jin, we got Jimin. With Promise. So this is great. I'm so glad Still With You and My You are both on there.
I'm still waiting for Dang.
I know. Where's Dang?
They should have done that for the rap line.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, Junie didn't have a song come out, then put Dang in there. What is the matter with you?
Yeah, because for Yoongi, they because the thing is like the first mixtape for Yoongi, most songs were on there except for Augusty.
Yeah, that was the only one that was missing.
It was like that's the one I want to listen all the time.
It's because I think it's because like at the time I don't think they had any explicit songs on there, which is why none of them were added. Also,
makes sense.
I will say that there's a regular version of this new JK song and an explicit version. Sir,
they better put both
also
on Spotify.
The cover, they definitely will. The cover to this to the like announcement was so funny because he's shirtless in this photo with a blazer. Yeah,
everybody ARMY was like Calvin Klein 2.0.
Well, so a couple of my friends who are JK biased did not notice. They were like looking at the announcement schedule and not looking at their bias, just hanging out.
It was like, oh, his hand with ARMY is on the cover.
That was the
very
first
nice.
thing I noticed. That was the first thing I like looked at it and I was like, you have got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I was looking at it and then my eyes drifted to the side and I'm like,
this man is naked.
Put your clothes on, child.
So he goes on this live, the first live he does, to talk to us and to hang out, and then he's like, oh, I'm gonna go and work out now, and all of you are gonna come with me.
I'm pretty sure you saw the meme of him doing the rolly thing and just flopping on the ground, and everybody's like, that's me when working out. I never felt so accurate.
We watched him work out for like 2 hours.
Yeah. But also, who works out for 2 hours? That just seems excessive to me. I hate it.
I don't know.
A lot of my friends were like, "Oh, this feels like I feel motivated." Blah blah blah. I was like, I do not.
No,
I'm going to bed.
No, I'm just like I'm watching it with like a bag of chips like right on my chest. I was so surprised at what we were doing. And then it was like 2 hours went by and I was like, what happened? Like, what is going, how did we,
okay, I'm going to remind you that we watched Buttermilk for an hour a couple years ago. So this is not the strangest things that we've done.
I know, but like, JK, what are we doing? What are we doing?
He's just hanging out with his besties. And we're part of his besties.
I don't have any.
Listen, the other day we put him to sleep.
True.
True.
Well, we got another live, like it was like 2 minutes. This like
with
live
Mingyu of 17.
With Mingyu of 17, which was very funny. I love how he's like, oh, you just go live like whenever you feel like
He's like, it's 4 a.m.
It's 4 a.m. He's like, yeah, I'm missing ARMY. I go on live, and he's like, oh. Okay.
He's not used to just doing whatever, but it's also so funny in retrospective that like Songwon and Subin, it took months for them to get the approval to do like a cross group live. And then these two are like, whatever.
Meh.
Meh.
whatever.
It was really cute. Just
It
the
was really
97 lines, just hanging out and
Just
having
hanging
fun.
out.
Yeah.
I love it. We love to see it. Excuse you. Trying to do a thing here.
Ma'am, this is rude. This is just rude, ma'am. She's got a lot to say.
Anyway, so instead of doing songs of the week like we normally do, we're gonna switch it up for you, because for June we did the 10th anniversary Festa 30-day song challenge. So we are going to do it
real quick before we do that. The fireworks show.
Oh yeah.
Now 4K on YouTube.
Yes, you can watch.
Just a random note.
You can watch 4K version. Yeah, so we are going to do it again for all of you on our podcast. If you saw, I did it every day on our podcast channel, like Instagram story, and then I also did it on my personal
So
Instagram.
basically, Jess is doing it for a third time, and this is probably going to be a mix of those two, and will be her official list.
Basically.
And we're probably going to post them on our Instagram in like this week or sometime. I'm going to make some cool little graphics for it. And so you guys can possibly share yours with us. So
yeah, I want to see all of yours.
Yeah. So for day one, favorite song from the year you became ARMY.
I feel like this one for me is easy. It's Save Me. Which is the one that I posted on both. That was like the one that was consistent.
Yeah, I think that's the one that was very consistent for you.
Yeah.
Mine is Persona.
That makes a lot of sense, yes. Yeah.
Mine is Persona, because you guys know how much I fucking
We do. We do.
Yeah. Day two was the song that made you ARMY.
Save Me. Again, that one was on both of mine as well.
Mine is Boy With Love. If you're new here, this is news to you, but if you're not,
same. Save Me. Yeah, it's my ARMY song. So,
the song you're streaming right now.
I did put a playlist on today. Let me. I think it was my Our Summer Take 2 playlist.
Okay.
The first song that's on there, because it's not streaming right now, we're trying to record here.
Yeah.
The first song that's on there is Boy With Love. So
okay.
That is the song that I'm streaming.
Mine was D-Day.
Nice.
Because I love my boy. Thank you. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Your favorite RM song?
This was so hard. This is also why I'm glad I had 2 separate ones, because it was easy. I could like...
Yeah, I had it the hard way.
You did. You definitely had it the harder way. It's so hard because the solo stuff and then also the like BTS stuff. I think because we just talked about it, I'm gonna pick Trivia Love.
Okay.
As my Namjoon song.
That is very fair.
Wildflower comes in at a very, very, very close second. Like it's touching it.
Yeah.
And then closer.
Mine is Lonely.
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Just go straight Indigo.
But also, like, going through these is... I feel like it says a lot. Okay, day 5, most underrated song.
I kind of interpreted this as, like, not necessarily ARMY underrated song, because I feel like our favorite songs are definitely not their favorite songs, because they never talk about it, ever. But I think for me...
Didn't you put Tomorrow as one of them?
Maybe. Hold on. Let me go check my Instagram.
I'm pretty sure one of them was. I think it was for this one.
Let me look. Oh, I had like 2 challenges going on at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
Okay. I know what song I'm thinking of.
Okay.
It's Rain.
Yeah.
From Dark and Wild.
Mm-hmm.
That one to me is definitely an underrated song. For sure.
Makes
For
sense.
Sure.
Mine is Intro Nevermind.
Oh god, I love that song.
Because like a lot of people know it, but I feel like it's not talked about a lot.
That's honestly how I felt about Rain as well, because it just like nobody talks about it, and I'm like, I really need you to start talking about Rain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's like the perfect. It honestly, like that one and like Mono are the perfect soundtracks to like a rainy day.
Yeah,
and I just
absolutely.
love it.
But also remember when we did our BTS song showdown, you were so surprised when Nevermind came in from mine. You like.
Never mind.
What?
It's so good though. I love Nevermind. Seeing it live like makes you question things.
It makes you ascend in a way.
Facts though.
Day 6, a song that makes you feel nostalgic.
So for this one, I think for me it goes back to when I first discovered BTS. So like the Young Forever era. And I think for me, it's Young Forever as the song.
Mm-hmm. That was a close second for mine.
Yeah.
But mine is For You, so it kind of has Young Forever in it.
That is true. It is Young Forever adjacent. I will say that.
Because I just felt like when it came out, they were also feeling very nostalgic with with Proof coming out and everything. Yeah. And it just like made ARMY feel nostalgic as well, going through with BTS since the debut, and I don't know, it just like felt appropriate, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I think also like for me too, I think like I don't know, like Coffee and Rain sort of bring me the same like feelings.
Yeah, it gives you like cozy vibes.
Yeah, like nostalgia.
Can you not fight while I'm doing this? That'd be really nice. Okay, Day 7, song with the best choreo.
Okay.
That's hard.
It's so hard.
Hard.
I think for me though, the choreo that like sticks out in my mind, or like that's coming to my mind right now, is I'm Fine. Just because that beginning part where they're like holding up Tae and then it like transforms into this like explosion of choreography. I'm just like, y'all need to chill, but in the best way possible.
So you're going with I'm Fine?
Yeah.
Mine is Idol.
I was gonna say Idol is a very close second.
And my very close second is Dionysus.
Okay, but also like Blood, Sweat, Tears. Can we talk about that song for a minute?
I just wrote I'm Fine.
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Favorite Jin song? Hey, stop it. Stop it. Leave your sister alone.
I think I also had a hard time with this, with our song Showdown. It's between two.
Okay.
I think you know which two.
Yeah, you gotta choose one though. I'm not letting you do two. This is the whole point.
I think I'm gonna go with Epiphany.
Okay.
Awake is a very close second.
Hell yeah. Same for me. That's what I did. I chose Epiphany.
But I'm gonna pick Epiphany for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Song with the best MV.
There's so many good music videos.
Would argue that all of them are really good.
All of them are
except
amazing.
Maybe for the very first one, but that's because it was 2013 and they had no budget.
Facts though.
Hey.
I think for music video wise, the one that like sticks out in my mind for sure, I think is Save Me. It is just so, or not Save Me, Spring Day, sorry. I think for Spring Day, it's just very like, there's something so beautifully tragic about that music video that just sticks with you forever and always.
Yeah, I went with a Black Swan.
I do love Black Swan as well.
It just felt like so simple, but so beautiful.
So good.
Black Swan, my queen.
My queen.
Okay, day 10. Song with your favorite live performance.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go with Mama 2018 Idol.
Yeah.
Because it just like the integration of the traditional like Korean music, and they were all wearing hanboks. Like it was just like very cool with the fan, and like it just sticks out of my mind. Second place would definitely come to Dionysus, because that one also had like some incredible performances.
Epic.
Oh,
I went
so
with
good.
Run BTS.
Ooh, yeah.
My close second was Anpanman, when I think it was at Mama or MMA when Juni was wearing the freaking astronaut jacket.
Yeah. So good. So good.
Yeah. So
I love it.
It's just like has that funny factor that just like stuck with me.
Yeah, I can see that 100%.
Or another one, the mic drop on was it SNL?
It was SNL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was also really good.
That one's also really good. Honestly, all of the mic drop performances have been top tier, to be perfectly frank with you.
Okay, day 11. Favorite feed BTS or BTS member?
This is really tricky because they've done so many amazing collabs with other artists. Like,
yeah,
it's just like the list is so good. It's so top tier. But I think I'm gonna choose 8.
You knew it. Mine is also 8.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna choose 8 because
I saw it on one of the accounts when you did it on Instagram.
It was my main one. The other one was Smoke Sprite, which I also like.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Love.
I remember that. Yeah. Okay. Day 12. Favorite Suga / Augusty song.
Again, this is so hard to choose one.
There's so many.
There's so many. I think I'm gonna choose Seesaw. Yeah.
I mean,
I think I'm gonna choose Seesaw.
Mine is very obvious.
Yeah, Seesaw.
I have it freaking tattooed on my body.
I just really love that song. Yeah.
They finally chilled down.
That's good.
Yeah. They were playing, but like not the time.
Next.
Day 13. Favorite vocal line song.
I had to consult the list for this one because
there are so many too, and you're like, which one again?
But I think this one could be pretty obvious, like based on that list. But for me, it's between two of them. But I think House of Cards wins over. The other choice that I was going with was Butterfly or 0 o'clock. But I think for me, House of Cards just like it just hits.
It does hit.
If you haven't gotten to go listen to it right now.
Yeah,
like, go
pause this,
come back.
Listen, and then come back. Yeah. Mine is The Truth Untold.
I love that song. It's a good choice. It honestly, like all the vocalized songs are just so chef kisses. Chef kisses. That's it.
Day 14. A favorite song that BTS probably forgot exists.
Okay, you know what I'm about to say. Because I won't shut the hell up about it. It's Paradise. It's always going to be Paradise. I don't think you understand. My second option to this was Louder Than Bombs, but I can't shut up about Paradise.
So, if you guys have been following us since the beginning, Jess has to mention Paradise at least once a month.
At least once a month. At least once a month. It's Paradise. I can't shut up about that song, and I don't think I ever will.
That is fine by me.
Yeah.
I chose Second Grade.
I do love that song too.
It's such a fun song.
It's such a fun song. I love the like fun of it. They need to bring that back.
True. Okay. Day 15. Favorite unofficial release or hidden track.
Okay. top tier. It has to be C. It
is C.
It has to be C, and I will accept nothing other than that.
Because also, like, when you look at it on, like, OT7 albums, they don't have that many hidden tracks.
No.
So, you didn't have that many choices if you put that into consideration.
Yes. C, also, like, Jimin's song off his album as well was a close contender to this. But I think for me, C just, like, hits, you know, especially when you listen to it with, like,
but
Waylon
because
52.
also it's kind of like a hidden song. Sometimes you're just kind of like, oh, what's the name of this song again? You kind of like a little bit forget because it's at the back of your mind,
100%.
And then you go back and you're like,
yeah,
this is it.
This is it.
This is it.
This is it right here. Yeah, 100%.
All right, day 16. Your favorite J-Hope song?
I could go with the theme that I've already started here from Love Yourself Answer.
Yeah?
But y'all thought wrong if I was going to pick that song. Not that I don't want to.
Yeah?
Because I do. Because there should be top 3, I'm just saying. But I think for me, it's going to be Blue Side.
Yeah. That was my very close second. But I chose Arson.
I do. Oh, I love that song. But I think, like, Blue Side to me, like, I just put that song on to just, like, shut out the world and just, like, listen to that song. It has such
I really hope, like, I really wished we had the full length version on Spotify.
We do.
Where is it? Yeah. It's never shown up on mine.
It's on there. We got it as a release for Jack in the Box.
Brother!
It's been on all my playlists. What do you mean?
Yeah, but I'm often more on the J&J playlist because I'm always listening more in the car. Give me one moment. I feel like a clown, and I am.
It's on there. Trust me. As soon as it was released, I was like, immediate ad.
There it is. Let me add this real quick. I probably saw it and forgot to put it on.
100%.
That's probably what happened.
100%.
But, like, probably also my feelings that they released it on YouTube for the longest time before putting it on
Spotify.
So I got real frustrated.
It was a frustrating time, man, I tell you.
Ooh. A song where your bias shines.
So, because I have 2 biases, I get to cheat just a little bit.
Sure.
Just a little bit, because I have 2. Okay, so, Jimin, for me, Love Yourself Answer.
Okay.
Easy. Jin, he has so many amazing vocal performances, but I think the one that stands out for me is probably going to be The Truth Untold.
Yeah.
Also, Crystal Snow is a very close second to that. Just saying. His high notes in that song.
Bro, I can't write today. There we go.
That's literally me. And Jimin for Love Myself, I don't know, his vocals just, like, soar in that song, and him and Tae's like, beautiful note that they have near the end of the song, it sends me into a different universe, especially live. I, like, ascend into heaven. That's how I feel.
I chose Snooze.
Nice.
Because Yoongi
is your bias.
My love.
My love. My love.
My love. Favorite OT7 song?
All of them are my favorite.
It was so hard.
This was so incredibly hard, but for sentimental reasons, I'm gonna choose Magic Shop. Yeah, I'm gonna choose Magic Shop.
Mine is Save Me.
I mean, I couldn't pick Save Me for, like, the 5th time.
Yeah, that's correct. You could not.
But I think for me, like, Magic Shop brings me immense comfort in, like, multiple ways, like, lyrically, musically, their performances of it. And Love Yourself Tier is my bestie album, so yeah, I needed it in my life.
All right, so day 19 is a song where your bias gets wrecked.
All of them. You know what it is? It's Outro Wings, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Uh-huh.
It's Outer Wings, and specifically J-Hope and Jungkook when they
Yes.
sing together.
I knew what you were gonna say. I knew.
Oh, shut up.
I mean, so I took this a literal way when I did this, because you could go for your bias records like you did. What I did is a song where Yoongi literally gets wrecked. So I chose Ugh because this boy gets tossed around the entire
That is true.
song.
That is true. Yeah, Junie and J-Hope definitely just like toss that boy around.
He was done dirty during those performances.
I love it.
So I did mine before looking at anyone else's, and everybody was like, "Oh, this one because this my record, blah blah." I was like, "No, I just chose that one because he gets tossed around the entire time. He gets physically wrecked."
That's so funny. So funny.
Day 20 is your favorite Jimin song.
There are literally so many.
It's so hard.
I think I'm gonna pick Lie.
Okay.
Only because, okay, there are many reasons why, but I think the main for me is that his voice in that song gets like so exercised. You know what I mean? Like we get to see a totally different range, and I kind of feel that way.
Range is massive too.
It's massive, and I feel like with Set Me Free Part 2, it's also like that. I just for me think I like Lie just like a little bit more. I think it's musically that I like Lie a lot more than I do with Set Me Free Part 2, but I still love that song. Don't get it twisted.
So mine is kind of obvious. Mine is Serendipity. Because how many times has that song been my song of the week?
So many times. So many
times. Literally every single time where I feel like I need like a comfort hug or whatever, I'll put on Serendipity.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Every time.
Without a fault.
100% agree. It's so like relaxing and calming, and you just feel this like
and his voice is so soft and everything. It literally feels like you're getting like hugged by Jimin.
Yeah.
It's like I'm a baby.
Yes. I'm like, sir, you could pick me up and I'd be okay with that.
I'm not sure if you'll be able to pick me up, but
if you do, just
that'd be really impressive. Anyway, Day 21, a song for your sleepy time playlist.
So I feel like serendipity definitely plays on this a lot.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, I couldn't pick it twice. I really made sure to 100%. Not
pick a song twice.
Yes.
Minus me, because
well, in your case it's a different story.
I don't know what to tell you. I think it's gonna be Fly to My Room. Yeah,
it's a good one. I've had it on.
Yeah, it's on a lot of my like lo-fi playlists, and I think it's just like the like bump 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 like parts.
It's got a good rhythm.
It really does. I just really like that song. I honestly think too it's also like an underrated song for BTS off of the B album. I just feel like that song gets kind of gets shafted a little bit when it comes to like when we talk about the B album.
True.
I'm like,
that is true.
Fly to My Room is such a beautiful song about like, you know, wanting to create a safe space for yourself, and to me that's what makes me feel like cozy and like warm feeling. Kind of like Magic Shop as well. They have like very similar, like I get similar feelings when I listen to them.
Yeah, I get that. I put 0 O'Clock.
That is also a good one.
Purely because I have experienced that song like going to sleep. For the longest time I would put like long playlist of BTS piano covers. And it's so relaxing, and that one in particular, a lot of the time I would start drifting when that one would come on. So also, I not actual drifting, I meant drifting to sleep.
Yes.
For anyone that might confuse that one. Just like drift. Yeah, it's kind of one of my go-tos when Jacob is not in bed and I need to go to sleep. Because right now we put Start Talking and go to sleep to that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
there's just something about Neil deGrasse Tyson's voice, you know.
It's facts. I don't know.
I'm just saying.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
Day 22, a song BTSARMY might not know.
I feel like a lot of the songs that I've already chosen sort of fall into that category, like Rain, House of Cards, like all of those types of songs.
Paradise.
You better know that song by now.
Especially if you watch the Army ThinkTank podcast.
I think I'm gonna go with not to like duplicate, because I feel like on both of my like Instagram stories, I think I picked Rain and House of Cards, and I already had picked them on opposite channels. So I am gonna go with Love Is Not Over.
That's a good one.
Yeah. It's like a very underrated song that not a lot of people talk about, but I love it so much.
I went for Whaley 52.
Also, yes. Also, yes. 100%. You should listen to Whaley 52.
Yep, you really should.
You really should. You really should.
Day 23 was favorite rap line song.
This was quite difficult. Like, the vocal line, it's not easy, but it's less difficult for me. For the rap line, they just have so much like range in their discography of like what types of songs that they're putting out as the trio. I think for me to sort of like go on this trend that I'm going on, I think it's gonna be Outro Her.
Okay. Not what I was expecting, but a really good choice.
It's a really good choice. If you haven't listened to it, definitely go and listen to it. I just feel like their voices are so interesting in that song, because that was like the first time we necessarily didn't hear them in this sort of capacity of like a lo-fi beat song, because a lot of their songs prior to that were like this hard rap, which first of all, Dang is a very close second to this. Very close. If that's not your song, I'm gonna be shocked.
It's my song.
I was gonna say
my very close second was Outro Tear.
Ooh, yes. 100%.
Outro Tear is like on all my playlists. 100%. It's on my gym playlist. It's on the playlist that I share with Jacob for in the car, where we have like half his songs, half mine. Yeah. So it's on every playlist. 100%.
Yeah. If you just go and look at all my rap line playlists, you'll know. That song is present on every single
Sleepy
one.
Time playlist, Tear goes on. Exactly. Don't care.
Don't care. Yeah. You need to sleep, Outro Tear.
You start with Outro Tear and then you go slow, you know?
Yeah, exactly. You gotta like build your way down.
It's just so funny, like, if that's not your choice, I'm like, it is.
I told you.
24 is favorite V song.
Singularity.
Same.
Do I even need to say it? Like, do I even need to talk about it?
But also, Tay is the one that has the least out at this moment in time.
Correct, yeah. I mean, Stigma is also very much a, like, close contender to that. I just think that Singularity has it just has the vibe, you know? Like, it's so vibey. Stigma is very, how do I explain it? It's, like, very staccato in the way that it, like, builds the music. Whereas, like, Singularity, man.
Singularity makes me feel things I didn't think I was gonna feel listening to that song.
Correct. 100% correct. 100%. I don't even know, like, I can't even explain it enough. I can't.
25 is a song that makes you cry.
This list is long and endless of, like, songs of BTS that make me cry. I could, like, list 5 right now.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the first one that comes to mind?
It's a tie.
Okay.
Between Spring Day.
Okay.
Or We Are Bulletproof the Eternal.
Well, we're putting We Are Bulletproof the Eternal because you already put Spring Day, so.
There you go. I would also like to add Magic Shop and For You and Yet to Come and
Yeah. Mine is also We Are Built for the Eternal, because that's the one song that never fails to at least make me tear up.
100%. Yeah.
At the very minimum.
Yeah. Even like Answer Love Myself. I mean, you were a witness to my unhinged sobbing during that song.
Yes, I have.
Did I mean to do that? I don't know.
Did it happen anyway? Yes.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. I would also like to add Butterfly as well onto that list.
Yeah. So what's your favorite ARMY song?
God. Why is this one also like
we have a good amount of ARMY songs, so like songs dedicated to ARMY. There's a good amount.
Yeah, we really do, hey.
It's because we're lucky.
That's what I mean. It's like it's so hard because they songed it. 0 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I was like, I can't pick all the other ones that are in my head because it's like Magic Shop, We Are Both Eternal, Spring Day. Like, I've already said all of these ones.
Yeah, I went for Microcosmos.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah. I would also like add Life Goes On onto that list and Yet to Come.
That was a close second because, it's really not in a good spot for me to show. But...
No. Yeah. Microcosmos, man. What a song.
A song that goes hard.
Cypher Part 4. Cypher Part 4.
I went with Fire.
Honestly, yes.
But close second and third was Not Today and Cypher Part 3.
I think screaming at the top of my lungs in a concert, yo, player hater, you should love yourself. I'm just saying. It's something that I can't explain. It just goes so hard. Like, what kind of music tells you to love yourself beside, like, there's like 5 songs of BTS that are like...
Oh, I almost put On, too.
True.
Because On also goes pretty hard.
It goes hard for no reason. I'm like, this is a title track. What are you doing? Like, get out of here.
But yeah, Fire was like, with all like the performances they've done of Fire,
it's so good.
How they still manage to kind of reinvent them every time. Like they've done the same with Mic Drop. Mic Drop is also another one that goes hard.
And Idol, like for no reason. Yeah. I'm like, what are we doing? Like
what are we eating here?
I don't understand.
Favorite Jungkook song?
Euphoria.
Mine is very obvious. It's also Euphoria.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's Euphoria. Listen, JK's
for the same reason as I chose Serendipity.
Yeah.
It's these two are like my go-to.
Yeah.
It's like it was such a smart thing to give that song to JK.
Oh, 100%. It's so good. Like, I can't even describe it or like explain what that song makes me feel. Like, I feel euphoric when I listen to it, which is like a weird thing to like try and comprehend or like understand.
Yeah. Day 29 is a song that makes you dance.
Okay, I have a whole playlist dedicated to this because I
know you do.
I have several. This is like, there are so many. So many.
When you hear mine, you're gonna think I'm a troll. But I'll explain why.
You are a troll.
I know I am, but
mine is gonna be Outro Wings.
Okay. You're doing a double switcheroo again?
Oh yeah, I did pick that one, hey. Already. My second choice was gonna be Home.
Okay. Do you want me to put Home or do you want to keep Wings?
Sure. I mean, yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
But like Home, Stay, DNA, Boy with Love, Telepathy, seriously, the list is endless. All of them make me dance.
You ready for this?
No, but go.
I chose Pied Piper. It does make me dance every single time.
I mean, you're not wrong.
It's just not the type of
So
dancing that you would associate with that category.
So does Dimple, but
You know, it's just like a bit of swaying, but it's still dancing.
Yeah. I mean, I can't even argue with that. Like, yeah.
Listen, the song that your bias gets wrecked at this one, I was such a troll, but it was true.
Yeah, it's not wrong, to be honest. It's not wrong.
All right, last one is your Song of the Year 2023 pick.
It's so hard.
It is.
Because I think it's harder this year because of the amount of solo stuff that we have gotten.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm going to choose Yet to Come.
Okay.
Yeah. Yet to Come. That's my choice.
I went to Take Two.
Nice.
I was like, yes, it is the most recent that came out, but it's just so good. Like, there's no reason to not.
It's so good. It was honestly a debate for me between like the three of them, like Take Two, My You, or For You. They have a lot of U's in their discography. Like,
listen, they like us a lot.
They like us a lot. For You, and Yet to Come.
Mm-hmm.
Even Life Goes On, I would argue as well, but I think Yet to Come just strikes a chord with the current situation and the future that's yet to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why it's my Song of the Year. Honestly, if I could choose Paradise for every single one of these songs, I would.
I know you would.
I'm just kidding. Their discography is so extensive. But if you want to like watch us fight it out with all of the songs, just go and watch our video of the song Showdown, and look forward.
Yeah, you guys, to the TXT one in not this month, but next month.
Next month, we're gonna do one for TXT, so look forward to that. And then eventually we'll do an updated BTS one, because with all their solo stuff coming out, we'll have to do another one.
That's gonna be real hard.
Oh, it's gonna be so hard, and we have to make it. I feel like this time though, when we do it, we'll have to make it like harder.
But also, what we should do is like for the categories that are the same, we should like go and check what we picked last time.
Yes.
And then compare
to what our choices are now.
Yeah.
We'll do what do you guys think? What should we do down below? And we'll set something up and we'll do it.
We're open to suggestions. So always and forever.
Always.
But that brings us to the end of this week's episode.
Sure
As
does.
usual, we have a new episode coming out every Thursday, and unless there's like literally nothing going on.
Yeah, unless we have nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
Then we're not gonna do it.
Yeah, and we have a new clip coming out every Sunday. This week will be the TXT and Jonas Brothers collab reaction, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
You can also listen to us on the go, basically on any app where you would listen to podcasts on the go. You can find us on social media at Army ThinkTank or at Army ThinkTank Podcast. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell to be notified whenever we post a new video. On that note, have a good week. And we'll see you guys on next Thursday.
See you next Thursday.